we have super2 class. Now we have derived, and this extends super1, super2. This is not valid. This is not valid. This is not valid. It's not valid. If anyone asks like why it is not valid, why it is not valid, why this is not possible, why you cannot extend multiple classes at a time, why it is not possible. If anyone asks this question, then the answer is because of constructor deadlock. We call as constructor deadlock. Because of constructor deadlock mechanism, this is not possible. We call it as constructor deadlock. What is constructor deadlock? Actually, constructor deadlock means, usually deadlock is nothing but, suppose we have process, we have the process. The process will allow only one task. Then we have two tasks, task 1 and task 2. We have two tasks. Now the point is, so these two tasks, out of these two tasks, only one have to execute. Now what happens is, this first task will be waiting for second task to go into process, to go into the process. And second task is waiting for first task to go into process. That means both tasks are waiting for each other. No task is going in. This is called deadlock. We call as deadlock. Deadlock. That's what actually happens. Deadlock. That means what happens is, so we have, so class super 1. We have class super 2. That means both classes are having constructor. That means both classes have constructor. Super 1 have a constructor, super 2 also have a constructor. Both are having constructor. By default, they will have constructor. Already we know that. Now, generally, when you create a class derived, and here we use extends super 1 and super 2. Then here we have a constructor. In the constructor, as per the rules of constructor, we have to call the superclass constructor here. Then we use the word super. Now this super belongs to which superclass? That means this super have to call the constructor. Which superclass it belongs to? Is it super 1 or is it super 2 constructor? That means now both constructor, there is no priority like first super 1, like second super 2. There is no priority like that. In that case, now both constructors are confused. No constructor will start. Both are confused. No constructor will start. Both are waiting for each other. So that is the reason. So because of constructors will deadlock and they cannot start, this is not supported for classes. This is not supported classes. Actually, in OOP languages, you will learn that multiple inheritance is supported for interface. So you will learn there will be interface. Here we don't have interface. In JavaScript, we don't have interface. In OOP languages, you will learn that multiple inheritance is supported for interface. Why multiple inheritance is supported for interface? Because interface will not have a constructor. No constructor. Interface don't have a constructor. If interface is not having a constructor, then deadlock will not happen. So if deadlock is not happening, then it is possible, it will work. If deadlock is happening, then the problem will come. So constructor deadlock is the reason for inheritance. That means why multiple inheritance is not supported for that. Right? That is basically how we can reuse the code, how we can work and reuse the code. Aggregation and inheritance, how it works. One more point, all others are not supported. Abstract classes and all these not supported in JavaScript. So we don't need to discuss anything about them. Another option is it supports polymorphism. Morphism. What is polymorphism and how polymorphism works for JavaScript? That we have to learn. Then we can go into examples now that we will see in our next session. Okay. In next session, now we will discuss about the other concepts of JavaScript with OOP, how to work with them and how to deal with them. Okay. So tomorrow we will continue with this point and we will discuss about them.